Magandang umaga po sa inyo mga kaibigan. Narito po muli ang isang vidcast. At sa pagkakataong ito ay meron po tayong kasamang isang manlalaro at videocaster na si Krebs. Okay, now, but we're gonna be doing this in English this time. So we're very pleased to welcome Krebscoho from in this vidcast. Wow, I'm nervous.
I feel like I'm being introduced to a whole new community.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna start recording myself as well.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just doing my introduction, Betty. Okay, good morning, everyone, and welcome to another episode with actually a collaboration cast today with Krebscoho and also Manx. Is it right?
No, actually, I'm just a member of the community. We are the pinoycoh. That means Filipino community, Pinoy Company of Heroes. Right.
And the that's actually quite funny because the Filipino community actually seems quite big to be in Company of Heroes. I mean, you've got a huge community of Polish people, Germans, and you've also got a big community of Filipinos as well. Pretty cool. So basically, what can I call you then?
Manx.
Thanks. Okay, fair
Right.
enough. So are we ready? I mean, what are we looking at today? We're watching a 1v1 today on Stursdorf featuring Silentbreacher as a PE versus Swirlybits as the
Swirlybits.
Americans.
Yeah. Actually,
And,
this.
and you're watching.
Yeah, I'm gonna be concentrating on this American. Actually, for all you know, this Swirlyblitz is a wife of a player. So this is a lady
Okay.
playing.
Oh,
Right.
wow. There's women that actually play this game.
Yeah.
So out of the 10,000 or so people that play this game, she's probably the only female player. And along with greatness, of course. Yeah.
Yes,
So
of
two
course.
female players in this game. Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Would it be?
All right. So
All right. Let's start this.
are you any of these players, by the way?
No, I'm not.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so we'll get this started then. I'll be looking at the PE. We're at the 5-second mark. We're going to be starting in 3 seconds. Is that okay?
Right.
All right, 3, 2, 1, and go. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And on we go to another matchup in the Company of Heroes battlefield. All right, so do you want to just take me through this replay, Max? Because this
Yeah.
is yours sent in.
Yes. Actually, this is one of the game that is in our recent tournament from the Pinoy Company of Heroes community. And Swirly Blitz is actually a wife of one of the players, and Blitz. Silent Breacher. Wow, actually, let's just call him Bob. His real name is Bob. He's is one of the.
So his wife is playing against him.
No. It's some other player's wife. Yeah, so
All right. Okay.
Bob is one of the founder of the community, right?
Okay, so we're looking at Bob then. So does the wife ever play against her husband?
That I don't know, but I actually one of my personal matchup in auto match, I was auto matched with her and I lost that game.
Well, she must be quite a good player then, I imagine. I actually
Yeah.
really wonder what it must be like if she was playing against her husband, because a lot of the times in this game you'll get quite frustrated. It's actually one of these games you can get angry and annoyed quite easily,
Yes.
quite quickly. So I actually wonder what the dynamics between her and her husband would be like that in that case. Quite interesting anyway. All right, so what are we going to be expecting from this replay though?
I don't know. I just watched it in 8 times and I
All right.
I really
All right,
didn't
fair
know.
enough.
Yeah.
I mean, they're both good players, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
they're both
are they
good
highly
players.
ranked in auto match or?
I think they're around level 11, right? Level 11.
Cool.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine. That's decent enough. I mean, it takes quite a bit of achievement to even get there in the first place. That's good. Okay, so let's focus on the actual strategies at hand. Well, it looks like so far we've got another, well, quite typical PE start. Just 3 or 2, actually, no, that's not quite typical. There's 2 Panzer Grenadiers and 1 Kettenkrad. Oh, and a 3rd Panzer Grenadier coming out. That's fine. What about for you?
Yes, in Bob we have 1 MG and 3 engineer squad. That's the other one is just capping the high ammunition on the northern part of the map.
Hmm. So he's actually gone for a WSC start. So he's actually trying to just lock down certain places. Is he trying to maybe? Do you think he maybe will get snipers against the PE?
Actually, he just created another MG, and this Bob is trying to defend. Is trying to defend the, what do you call this? The VP at the bottom.
VP, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, he's doing a good job. I mean, it's actually quite a good idea on Stursdorf because if you think about it, there's really only a few places that you're going to see fighting on Stursdorf, and those MGs are going to be absolutely brilliant at suppressing those squads, aren't they?
Yes, I agree because the Sturtov is a bit a quite big map for 1v1, right?
Yeah, it's quite big, but I would say that there's like specific places where it seems like a lot of action goes down to. I mean, a lot of people go on this left-hand side where you see some Panzer Grenadiers getting shredded right now.
Yes.
Also in the center and on the right-hand side. So you really say there's like maybe 3 or so places, maybe 4 even, where you see a lot of action. So I suppose those MGs are quite good. Also, MGs,
Yep.
remember armor-piercing rounds, right?
Yes. So even though the PE goes for AC, it still have armor piercing for that.
Yeah, even the vehicles, right?
Right.
But let's see what's happening up north. Just that Kenkrad is pushing away. I actually find it quite interesting what the PE are doing in the center. I mean, they've got a forward HQ.
Yeah.
Well, that forward HQ is pretty neat in my opinion. I mean, a lot of people, that house is really, really important, especially center side. I mean, a lot of people love to grab that house, especially the Americans. If you have MGs, if you're the Wehrmacht with an MG42, if you're American with a HMG, that house is really, really nice to put it in. But it doesn't look like he's going to be able to put that in now, since there's a forward HQ there.
Yes, I agree. I think when we play in 2v2, we actually every time we defend the center VP because that's the most important thing in the game. So it cuts into half the if you look at the tactical map, the resources sometimes it's cut into half. That's why we always concentrate on the center VP.
All right, yeah, I'm just taking a look at that. Yeah, I suppose you could definitely do that. The center is definitely a great place to go. Although you have to be a little bit careful because with the center you don't actually have that many strategic points of value. Because if you look on the sides, you've got your munitions, you've got your fuel points. Those are a bit, medium and high fuel points. Those are quite important. All right, but it looks like we've got T2 coming down for the PE. That is the Kampf Group company. I imagine we might get some sort of leapfrog. I mean, it's quite typical for PE players to go from T2 up to T3 and get the Panzer Jaeger command. Quite typical. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw that.
And did you just see that the MG just went down on the bottom?
Yeah,
And,
yeah, that is a shame.
On the Americans, the engineers, 2 squads of engineers are actually doing a motor pool at this moment.
Oh, are they? Oh, sneaky, sneaky. So jumping right up to mortar pool for a fast rush, it looks like. That's cool. Now, that taking down the MG was absolutely brilliant, but the funny thing with the PE is that they're probably not even going to grab that, are they?
I don't think so.
No, not with a 3-man squad, because you're essentially sacrificing a squad in that case. That motor pool is actually a pretty good idea, considering that the Panzer Elite have gone for so many, Panzer Grenadier squads, obviously jumping up from T2, possibly T3. I think the PE need to be a bit wary now, because they know that the Americans have actually gone for WSC. So a WSC could usually lead on to a fast M8, for example. So the PE need to respond to this correctly. They might even jump on up to T4 and get the Panzer support command and actually get an AT, light AT half-track. But surprisingly enough, they're not actually doing that. They're actually building a mortar half-track. That's not really what I was expecting, but fair enough. They're doing a mortar half-track. I wonder how they're going to be prepared for whatever comes out of the motor pool, if it does come out.
Yeah, I think an M8 just came out from the motor pool, and we have a mortar also, and we have on the top side of the map the VP is also defended by this one MG there, and
Oh yeah, so it
and
is.
the M8 is being upgraded into armored skirt and the 75 cal.
All right, so it's being upgraded, but what the PE don't have anything to counter it at the moment. They literally don't have anything to counter. They don't have a T4. I mean, there's still a T2 right now. They've got the mortar half track out, so they technically could jump on up to T4. I imagine that's what they're going to need to do at this point. I mean, they don't really have much of an option, unless they go for Panzerschrecks. But I really don't know. Hmm.
And what about the? Let's check the time. It's 8 minutes and 21 seconds, 22, 23. Is it correct? Are we in sync?
Yeah, we're on the same we're on
Right.
the same level. I think we've got the same sort of computers or something.
Right.
A common problem that I have with a lot of other casters is, for example, we'll go out of sync because our computers are just so different.
Yeah.
You know, one person will have a better computer than another, but it looks like we're absolutely fine in that respect.
Yeah.
The forward HQ is taking a bit of flack actually from that mortar by the Americans. They're actually purposely bombarding it, and so you can already see a bunch of holes right on top of it.
Right.
That's actually a brilliant idea. If you can't actually decap it, then what else are you gonna do? Destroy it, right?
Destroy it, of course.
It's totally a valid option, right? For the PE, the M8, I'm not sure. I'd really like to see that M8 be more harassive, don't you think?
Yes. It's just like recon. It's just
I know it's being like a, but you could do that with a Jeep, for example. You could do that with any units. I don't know why the M. I mean, there's a really good window of opportunity right now to wreak some havoc on the PE,
Maybe
since they
it's
don't
just-
have.
yeah. Maybe it's just not aware of that the PE doesn't have an anti vehicle for now.
Oh yeah, I think it's just you got to be a bit careful because there's a really good window of opportunity. You could always try to do some damage, like what he's doing right now. But then again, I think the only time he would have to be careful of a light AT half track is say when he's being lured. Okay, if he
Yes.
starts going into a group of Panzer Grenadiers, and if they stay there or they're running about, then chances are they don't have a light AT half track. If they start falling back and not retreating, then chances are they're luring him into light AT half track.
Yes.
So I think it's actually a good idea. But look
No,
at
the-
that light
the-
half track.
Yeah, it's here now. But we have
Oh.
an AT also from the Americans. We have a anti-tank. So
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
Very good combination. I think he knows. I think she knows actually
Yes.
that. I'm so used to everyone being male in this game. I'm pretty sure she knows that light AT half track is going to be coming out quite shortly, and there you go. I think that must have been some sort of sharpshooter as well, because we just saw that light AT half track just take down 2 guys, and
Nope. There's
Very
no
easily.
there's no sniper.
no, I mean sharpshooter with the light AT half track. It's
Oh,
a
right.
ability that it has.
Oh, okay.
Basically, has pretty much 100% accuracy when you activate it to take out infantry.
Yeah. You know why I told you to do the PE? Because I don't know the units of PE. I never play PE.
No, that's absolutely fine. I mean,
Yeah.
I've gotten so used to doing these casts so much that I pretty much know the ins and outs of every faction.
Yeah,
But
so-
anyway, Rangers out.
Yeah, so the Americans chose the infantry doctrine. So that's,
Okay.
that's why
Well,
we have the
I'll ask,
Rangers
do you
on.
think that's do you think that's a good doctrinal choice?
I think it's good because the Rangers can be upgraded into Thompsons, so they can also have anti-infantry. And as you can see, they're just shredding all these units from the center with those.
No,
Yeah,
that's really big losses for the PE. Those are really big losses. I mean, we saw a couple of Panzer Grenadiers go down, but I mean the Cancrad and also a light AT half track. I mean, we've got another light AT half track out, so that's good. But that is quite a lot of losses, to be honest. That's a lot of manpower gone.
yeah.
Alright, well, the PE need to get back into the fight. Those Rangers are going to be hard to deal with, especially when they get Thompsons. Those Thompsons are absolutely going to shred apart Panzer Grenadiers until they get veterancy anyway. But, it really is a difficult choice. The Rangers are definitely a great doctrinal choice. The infantry doctrine is definitely a great choice to go for. For the Americans, they can also get howitzers, and howitzer shoots. Really good doctrine overall.
And the
what-
Americans is just destroying the forward HQ since they just
Oh,
might have
yes, just
decided,
fuck.
yeah.
It's
They're
just about
bump.
gone. I mean, you can look at it and look at all the holes in there. I mean, it just doesn't even look like it should be standing right now.
Yeah.
It's defying physics. But we've got also the Luftwaffe doctrine out by the PE, so that's an interesting choice. You know, the main reason that people would go for Luftwaffe is because they actually want to get the Luftwaffe ground forces, because they're actually really good at repairing vehicles. They pretty much have an advanced repair without actually having to get the advanced repair ability from the Kampfgruppe company. So it's actually really interesting that they're getting that out. In terms of anti-infantry, the Luftwaffe can also get the Fallschirmjägers, they can get Verbelwinds. So overall, it actually is quite a decent doctrinal choice to go for as well. I suppose that could help counter the Rangers.
Yeah, actually, most of our players, they choose Luftwaffe. How do you pronounce it? Luftwaffe.
Luftwaffe, I know it's difficult.
Yeah,
It's okay.
because
Whenever there's a W, whenever you see a W, just
Okay.
make sure you pronounce it as a V.
yeah, they actually every time they choose this doctrine because it's very versatile. You know, it has since the
It's
PE.
very flexible.
Yeah, it's very flexible.
And you can just do a whole bunch of different things with it. You can get even flak 88s later on. It's a really great doctrinal choice to go for. You've got AT, you've got anti-infantry, you've got repairing capabilities. You can even build flak Vierlings. It's just absolutely stupendous how useful the doctrine is. And actually, it's no surprise, to be honest. I mean, a lot of people when they play PE, they go for Luftwaffe. I would actually say I'd actually up it now. In my last cast, it said 60% of people go for it. I would say about 70% of people go for it. Really, it just seems like every game. It's Luftwaffe.
Yeah, there's one question I wanted to ask you. You said the PE have this repair ability.
Yeah.
Yeah, is it same as the over repair of the British or no?
No. It's different from the over repair. The over repair is unique to the British. It's basically when you've got your sappers and you get your I don't know what it's called exactly, but the repair tool, I just know what the
Yeah.
icon looks like. But when you upgrade them to basically, I don't know what you could call them, super sappers or something like that. And basically with that wrench or something, they'll be able to do over repair on a vehicle. And what it does is actually, every vehicle has a certain threshold of
Yes.
health that it can go up to. So for
Yes.
example, they'll get a bonus of 150 HP. Now that actually decreases over time. So basically you can get up an extra 150 health points, for example, and then over time it will actually decrease to say 50, and that might be over the course of like a minute. So basically whenever you're using that over repair, just make sure you use it just before you're going to start an engagement, just to maximize your effect.
Oh, is it?
So yeah, the Luftwaffe don't actually do anything different. They just have basically advanced repair out, so they repair at a faster rate than a normal Panzer Grenadiers would.
Right.
So that's about it. It looks like whoa, that is a huge blob of guys in the center.
Yes, and we also have Thompsons from the Rangers, along with the Flamers.
Ooh, that is quite a nifty combo. I mean, the Panzer Grenadiers are especially susceptible to flames. If people know that the Panzer Grenadiers actually take extra damage from flames, so good options. This girl's actually really smart. This Swirlybits, she's actually a really smart player. I mean, she knows definitely what she's doing.
Yes, I think that most of the player here and they've been playing since the release of Company of Heroes. You know.
I don't know what she's doing right now though. What is
Yeah.
she doing? No!
No, don't lose that,
feel like I'm
Rangers.
Oh my gosh. I feel like I'm speaking too fast. Yeah, she
Oh,
definitely knows
no.
what she's doing, but that was a bad move to move into the flames. I mean, that incendiary really does a lot of damage. Oh my gosh. Two squads of Rangers gone.
Yeah.
That's horrible. Absolutely horrible. Not only does that mean two squads are gone, but that's also veterancy. Everyone knows how important veterancy is for the Americans.
Yes, because veterancy from the Americans and PE, you have to earn it, right?
Yeah, exactly. They have to earn it.
Yeah, unlike the Wehrmacht, where you can just buy the veterancy for all the units.
Pretty much. There's a lot of debate about Wehrmacht. It's usually more common in new players. They will say the Wehrmacht, it's unfair how they can buy veterancy. Then again, you have to remember just how costly it is for veterancy. It's 30, 50, 70 fuel. when you're upgrading, and then in standard something like 100 manpower, then up to like 300 afterwards. So it really is a lot of manpower and fuel to actually get something like that, and it only works for a certain portion of your army, because remember you can get 4 different types of veterancy. So it really is quite balanced, and the veterancies aren't as great as say veterancy 3 for a rifleman squad, which is absolutely ridiculous how good it is. But here we go.
Here we go.
I actually like how the PE took that HMG. Finally, after 18 minutes in the game, they have that HMG.
But hold on. We have a
I know. Oh no.
we have an M4 Sherman coming out from
Oh.
Swirlybits. Anything to counter?
Light AT half track. Let's see. Let me see if I can even find a light AT half track. Yeah, there's one. There's only one light AT half track. That's pretty much it. Maybe Silentbreacher was thinking that there's so many rangers and so much infantry that he would just go for mainly anti-infantry.
And there we have immobilized Sherman. That's what I hate
I know,
about that.
why is he
light
keeping
AT.
it there? Why is he keeping the AT half track right there?
Maybe he's trying to. There you go.
Well, that wasn't brilliant, was it? Well, at least there's a Sherman that's immobilized. At least it's not going to be doing anything at the moment. But he's trying to shoot at the Sherman with guns.
Yep. There you go again. The flamers.
Well, at least he's got bazookas on one of those on that Luftwaffe squad. At least that's going to be doing something. Now, what might be a really good idea is that when the PE, when they get veterancies, to actually go for offensive veterancy. I believe offensive veterancy will help increase penetration and also the fire rate. So you can imagine how much faster these bazookas are going to be shooting and how effective they're going to be at taking on tanks once they actually have veterancy 3, for example, of offensive veterancy.
There goes the Sherman.
I know, that they
Destroyed
didn't
by
even do
mortar.
anything. The Martyr is taking some flak now. Now it's finally moving. Really, just being glass cannons. I mean, these vehicles are just so easy to destroy by the PE. Still not really sure why the Martyr is right there. I mean, two more shots will easily take it out. Oh.
There you
my
go.
Yeah, I really don't understand this. So tell me, like, how much are you active in the Company of Heroes
Almost every night.
Almost every night.
Yes.
It really is a stupendous game. How long have you been playing Company of Heroes for?
Since 2006, since release.
Really?
I have all the games, Company of Heroes, Tales of Valor, and the other one, Opposing
Okay,
Fronts.
so-
Yeah, I've finished all the campaign in hard mode also. This is the only game that I've finished the campaign in hard mode. All the other games, like the first-person shooters, I just play couple of the stages and then quit and just play the multiplayer.
Oh, I'm the same. Whenever I play Battlefield 3 or Call of Duty, for example, I won't even play the campaign at all.
Yeah.
It's just the same thing year after year, so there really is no difference in playing the campaign. Well, I think, do you actually play any of those games?
Yeah, we also have a BF3, and
Battlefield.
most of
All
us just joke around. Whenever a new game comes out, they say after a couple of days. I mean, after a couple of days, you'll come back to Company of Heroes, especially since we've been doing some of these tournaments.
Yeah.
And
Well, I know what it's like. I mean, Company of Heroes is a sort of game where you can go through cycles. Literally, like, you'll stop playing for a week, but you'll soon come back to it. It's just such an addictive game. There's just something about it. It's so dynamic. The experience is absolutely great. It's just different every time you play, and it's just absolutely fantastic to play.
Yeah, and to think about it, it's already a 5 years old game, right?
Yeah, it's almost up to 6 years now.
Have you heard anything about the Company of Heroes 2, the next installment?
If I did,
Or
I couldn't tell you. No, no, I haven't heard anything. But
yeah.
I bet it's gonna be coming out sometime soon. I mean, all the evidence is coming out for it to be coming out. I think one of the biggest hints. I'm not sure if you've seen it recently in the forums, but one of the biggest hints was that basically, if do you know what Google Plus is?
Yeah, I know. It's like a
Yeah, it's sort of like a Facebook,
yeah,
impersonator. It's sort of like meant to compete against Facebook, right?
yeah,
And basically, all the companies are sort of jumping ship onto Google Plus at the moment and making fan pages for their games. So recently, THQ has made a Dawn of War 3 fan page because, well, they're going to be working on Dawn of War 3. It's pretty much confirmed that they're going to be doing that. But surprisingly enough, they've also made Company of Heroes 2. Now, there's a bit of speculation about who actually created it, but it seems like THQ might have created it, a Company of Heroes 2 fan page. And now, that was taken out very quickly. Basically, as soon as people took pictures of it, it was taken down because I just have a feeling that it's not meant to be released yet. There's not meant to be any hints for it. There's not meant to be anything like that. So I actually have a really great feeling that it's being worked on at the moment, but for whatever reason, Relic is really secretive about the whole thing.
yeah. And there we go.
I think they always have
Panthers.
it.
The Panthers
I know.
are being 3 squads of this Rangers.
I know, they're so good. I mean, look at all the damage they've done to one Panther. They really do a lot of. Oh my god,
Oh,
one going
there
down by the AT gun. That was a cheap shot. I mean, that was right from like maximum distance.
Yeah, but the AT has veterancy. I don't know.
Let's see. That's veterancy 2. All right. I don't know the exact specifics. I don't ever memorize the exact specifics for the Americans, but with no doubt, it's going to be something to do with penetration or something like that. Maybe even weapon damage. Howitzer shoot coming down on the Panzer Support Command.
Yes.
I wonder why exactly on top of that.
And she's trying to destroy this flak whirling.
She's trying to destroy it, but like she put the howitzer chute right on top of the Panzer Support Command, so I'm not exactly sure what the exact reasoning behind that is. Maybe I don't know. I have no idea. I think it would have been a better idea to take out that flag Fearling instead.
Yeah, then just go inside the base and start destroying these buildings.
Oh yeah, I mean there wouldn't be anything else to counter it. I mean the other flag Fearling is far away. The Panther's not going to do anything, is it?
Right.
That would have been actually a great option. Take out that flag Fearling and start destroying the base. I think that could have actually turned everything in this game. But second Sherman out.
Yes,
Second
we have.
Sherman.
Yeah, first one was
Maybe,
destroyed.
maybe this one would be more successful. So, do you actually play with these people a lot?
Yeah, we play when they're not in Battlefield 3, they're in the Company of Heroes.
That's really good. I mean, the community for Filipinos, it really does seem quite big. I remember I actually done a replay a long time ago now. It was a game that they sent in to me. I can't remember who it was, but it was a game on Red Bull Express.
Yeah.
Long time ago. It had a King Tiger that was like glitching out and everything. It was such a great game.
Yes.
I actually absolutely loved it because there's constant action. You didn't even know who was going to win. It was a long time ago. I suppose you actually know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I've watched almost every single video that you upload.
Alright. That was a long time ago, but that was actually from a few Filipinos. I can't remember if they're related to guys.
That was actually sent by Bob.
Oh, was it sent by Bob?
Yeah.
I went on your guys' website or your blog, and I saw a few pictures of you guys.
Yeah.
So maybe I saw Bob. So is Bob the sort of like boss, like the administrator or something?
Yeah, it's sort of, but there are many founders. He's one of the video casters, also. And there you go.
See what's happening up here? The verbal fin is actually crushing people.
I never thought this Wilbur can crash.
Yeah, I never thought that as well. I mean, every tank can crush men. Every tank can do it. However, some tanks, for some reason, are more likely to do it. For the example, the M10 for the Americans is just notoriously capable of crushing everyone. Everybody just suicides into its treads, notoriously capable. I didn't know the Furbelwind was actually like that as well, so quite surprising. You're learning stuff every day. We have the mortar actually bombarding themselves, killing their own guys. Alright, fair enough. And we've also got another forward HQ. I actually didn't know this. So I was wondering where these guys are getting killed from. They have actually got another forward HQ in the center. That's not bad. I mean, he really wants to be able to reinforce on the field and heal up. So not a bad choice. I mean, both these players know what they're doing. Silentbreacher definitely knows what he's doing. Swirlybits definitely knows what she's doing. And butterfly bombs coming down. Although it's usually a better idea to use them when they can't see them.
Where did that the butterfly?
It was in the center. It's in the center, VP. You just see the engine. You're surrounded by a bunch of butterfly bombs at the moment.
So what do you think is the next? What do you think is the next game for this Company of Heroes? If Company of Heroes was #1 in RTS for you, what is the second one?
Company of Heroes 2. Is that what you're looking for? I mean,
no. What about other RTS game, from other developers?
Oh, I really, to be honest, I don't even care about other RTSs. I know it's a shame, but like, you know, when new games come out, I'll play, for example, Skyrim, I play Battlefield 3, but RTS-wise, I mean, this is the absolute perfect game. Yeah. It still has great graphics, has great functionalities. I don't even think they make RTSs anymore, do they? I mean, StarCraft 2 recently came out, but apart from that, I really don't think people make developers make real-time strategies anymore.
They have Dawn of War. Dawn of War.
Well, Dawn of War's coming out. I've seen my flatmate play Dawn of War 2, and to be honest, I'm not really interested in the game. It's not really me. I think it's a little bit different from Company of Heroes, and I just can't relate to it.
Right.
So Company of Heroes all the way.
Right, and to think that this is a 5-year game, and look at all the physics coming down here. It's
I know.
Yeah.
It's stupendous, and a lot of games can't do this nowadays. And a lot of you, I'm sorry for you guys that play StarCraft 2, for example, but I hate StarCraft. I absolutely hate it with a passion. I used to play StarCraft, the first one, like 2 years ago. I used to play when I was a kid as well.
The first one is okay.
It's just,
the first one.
It's okay, but like, I mean, if you look at StarCraft 2, there's really, I don't know. It seems almost like the first one.
Yeah, they just made it 3D.
Actually, yeah, they made it 3D. They added a few new units and stuff like that, but overall, I just don't know. It's just it seems like the same thing.
And the thing is about StarCraft, it's about only blob. When you have the blob and you just go and keep on destroying, there's no.
See these. Whenever new games come out and they're pretty much the same as each other, I won't play it. It's simple as. For example, StarCraft 2, I don't play it. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, I don't play it because, I mean, if you have the other Call of Duties, then you pretty much have Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Although some games I will, like Skyrim, for example, you could consider it the same as the other ones, but there's a lot of love that goes into Skyrim, into that game. But when you look at other games like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, maybe not so much. My opinion anyway, that's just up to my opinion.
Yeah.
Okay, but looks like the Americans are on the back foot at the moment.
Right. Let's just look at the tactical map, and I think Silent has all the high resources. That's why.
Oh, I know. That's oh god. That is a lot of resources coming in. In fact, he's got plus 64 munitions, plus 53 fuel. I don't think it actually really matters. I think he's just struggling on manpower. I mean, he's floating about 500 munitions. Surprising. He's floating 300 fuel, 400 fuel actually, and he's got about 20 manpower. So he's really struggling on the manpower front.
Right, and this lady, Swirlybits, is having a 290 manpower, an income of 21 munition, and 10 on fuel. She has a lot of fuel, but manpower also. She needs manpower.
Manpower is definitely something to struggle with.
Yeah, for the Sherman.
Oh, mine going off on the right hand side. That mine has literally been sitting there for about 30 minutes and nobody stepped on it until now.
Right.
if I was the PE, I'd actually like to see butterfly bombs come down more often. I mean, he's floating about 450. There's actually a new set coming down right now. But I mean, he really should be spamming them all the time right across the field if he's got about 500 munitions saved up.
Can butterfly bombs immobilize the tank?
I'm not sure if they can mobilize tanks. I believe they actually can damage the engine
And
of vehicles if they land over enough.
there you
game.
go. Good
But
game.
it's not really a game yet. I mean,
Yeah.
the replay's still going.
Yeah, I
So it's
watched-
one of these moments. It's one of these moments where they say good game, but they keep on playing.
Yep. So
Alright.
what do you think of the replay for
Yeah, I think there was quite a lot of action. It seemed like the American was actually winning quite easily in the beginning there. I mean, they got to the base of the PE. They were just about to start destroying it. I think they could have actually... I think it all could have been turned out really differently if they actually destroyed that flag drilling.
Yeah,
I think that's actually a huge, really critical thing that they could have done. If they took out that flag Vierling, and then they could have actually got their guys in there and start harassing the bases, because those bazookas really do a lot of damage, especially to buildings. So they could easily have destroyed quite a few of those buildings without even taking any flak, because the PE would have to retreat all their units back to even handle all those Rangers. Also, that M8 a bit earlier. I mean, the M8 could have harassed the PE quite a bit for actually probably like 2 minutes there without any opposition.
right?
What about you? What do you think?
Yeah, same. If they took out that that thing, they could have just get in here and then just start destroying these buildings, and then it would
took it out.
delay. It would delay the
PE.
yeah the PE.
I mean, they finally took out the flag Vierling, but at the cost of a Sherman. I think it's just pretty much lost for the Americans at this point.
Yes, it's quite predictable from half of the game. It could have been a deciding moment if they just took out that flak. There
I
you
know
go.
the flag Vierling. Yeah, exactly.
You know what? That's.
could've-
Did you see that? That GG Bobo.
GG Bobo. Bob. Did they
Yeah.
call him Bobo?
No, actually, it means stupid.
Oh, so she's calling him stupid. Is she?
I don't
She
know.
must be
Maybe
annoyed then.
maybe it's just a typo error. So all in all, I think that this game is quite good. And
Yeah, it's
Silent
quite
is
decent.
saying that it's quite hard to play against her. That's why that's why Bob is just defending. As you can see, he's not even. He's just defending.
He's actually got a great. He's got a good chance to actually just destroy them entirely right now. I mean,
Right.
I don't think she's actually doing anything now. I think she's just speaking, isn't she?
Right.
Well, do you know if there's going to be any more action in this replay, or should we just start speeding
no,
up?
No, I think nothing. No action.
Nothing. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, just start going to 8 times then. I mean, there's probably not going to be
Right.
anything else then.
Right.
Yeah, she's not even doing anything. It looks like she's not even building anything. The VPs are just counting down. The replay's just about